Hello beautiful besties, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Rachel and welcome to my December reset vlog. In today's video, I'm going to be essentially preparing for the month of December. I'm going to be going over my December reading plans. I'm going to be going over books that are coming out in December that I'm looking forward to. We are going to go through my physical TBR. I have that all on a Google Doc and I do like to go through that each month and then just mark off any books that I've hopefully read off of my physical TBR as I just continue on the never-ending quest of trying to read every single book that I physically own. Also in this video, I'm going to be going over some of my 2024 reading goals with you guys, which I'm really excited to talk about. I also want to do a little bit of bookshelf organization, clean up a little bit, and I'm going to take you guys along for that. So very excited for today's video and let's just get straight into it. All right, so first things first, let's go over my December TBR. Now December is a weird month for me because since I am making a lot of end of year content, I am going to be participating in Bookmas, Vlogmas, and posting much more frequently throughout the month. And one of those videos is of course going to be my best books of 2023. So because at some point in December, I do have to film that video, I don't want to read like the most amazing, life-changing 5-star book after I have filmed that video in the month of December. I'm probably going to be saving those types of books for January so that if I do read something incredible, I can talk about it in January and it can be on my best books of 2024, let's say. I know it's strange and it doesn't matter, nothing is real, who cares? I just have this thing where I want to hold off reading potential new all-time fave after I have filmed my best books of 2024. So all that to say, my December TBR is kind of strange. It's definitely going to be a month filled with rereads that I really want to get done and then focusing a lot on like holiday themed books. So let's go over a few of those. So number one, the first book that I hope to read in December is going to be Wreck the Halls by Tessa Bailey. Tessa Bailey is really a mixed bag for me. Sometimes I absolutely love her books, particularly It Happened One Summer. It's one of my favorite romances, but I do feel like the majority of the romances I've read by her, I didn't really love. I gave them 3 stars or lower, so I'm not quite sure if she's a flash in the pan author for me, but I saw that she wrote a Christmas romance and I wanted to pick it up. The one thing that I will say about Tessa Bailey's books that I have enjoyed and noticed is I think she's really, really great at writing a romantic comedy. I feel like her books can definitely feel like a cheesy early 2000s rom-com movie, and I do like that aspect of her books. I've never read a holiday book from her, but I feel like she could write a pretty fun, low-stakes Christmas romance. So that's why I put Wreck the Halls on my list. This did recently come out. I honestly haven't heard anyone talk about it, but I definitely want to give it a shot, and I'm probably going to go into it expecting some cheesiness, but I still feel like I could have a good time with this one. The next book on my TBR, the cover is so cute, and I'm really excited to read this book, How the Grump Saved Christmas by Claire Kingsley. This cover is just so cute, so perfect. I love it so much. And if this is not a Hallmark movie, I simply don't know what is. Our main character, her family owns like a Christmas farm. It is failing and they're running into some trouble. And then her ex, who is named Elias Stoneheart, which is hilarious. He doesn't care about Christmas, doesn't really care about them. He's in the business of making money and he can get a really great promotion if he convinces our main character and her family to sell this farm. But I believe that over time he is going to have the spirit of Christmas overcome him, and also seeing his ex and being around her, I think we're gonna have a little second chance romance moment. And this just sounds so cute and so Christmassy, and I cannot wait to read this. I fully expect this to be so cheesy and I am so ready for it, but I think that this sounds really fun. I love second chance romance. I love opposites attract, and having like a Christmas farm setting sounds too perfect for words. So I do have a few other Christmas romances on my TBR, but I haven't quite decided which ones I'm going to pick up. I am also thinking about 'Tis the Season for Revenge, and there's another one called Holiday Romance. I'll put up pictures of those. I'm gonna be reading those on my Kindle and we'll see if I pick those up. Now for non-Christmassy books, as I said, I do think that December is going to be a month of rereads for me, and the main rereads that I'm going to be focusing on are SJM rereads because House of Flame and Shadow is coming out. I really want to reread all of her books before that book comes out. I am in the middle of Empire of Storms right now, so I need to finish Empire of Storms, need to read Tower of Dawn, Kingdom of Ash, would like to read all of ACOTAR, and then I would reread House of Sky and Breath right before House of Flame and Shadow comes out. I am possibly delusional, okay? I really, really am, and I have accepted that about myself, but we're gonna give it the old college try. You know, I want to see if I can accomplish this. I've read these books before, obviously. I'm gonna be listening to the audiobooks, and it's gonna be like a really relaxed, fun reread for me, and I figure focusing on rereads in December is probably the best time of year to do that, especially with House of Flame and Shadow coming out in January. It's coming so close. But yeah, I probably am delusional, but I'm putting it out here, putting it out into the universe and seeing if I accomplish it. So with all that being said, I am putting Kingdom of Ash on my December TBR. I'm hoping to finish Empire of Storms like today or tomorrow, and then reading Tower of Dawn within the next week. So I should be going into December with only Kingdom of Ash left to read from the Throne of Glass series. I hope that I am able to get to it. I love Kingdom of Ash. I think it is an excellent finale. So satisfying and just horrible at the same time. I cry every single time I read this book. It'll be my third time reading it, and I'm really looking forward to it, and it always feels very good to accomplish a reread of my favorite series. So hopefully I can get to Kingdom of Ash. And then, as I said, I am hoping to attempt to do a reread of the ACOTAR series. So I am just going to put ACOTAR on my December TBR and then hopefully read the rest of them. I don't really know, but I miss this world and miss these characters so much. I've been thinking about a reread for a while, and I just want to get back with the Inner Circle. So I love this series. This is another one of my all-time favorites. This series truly feels like coming home. I don't know what it is about it, but there is a coziness to this series that just really impacts me and is just so special. I'm looking forward to picking this up again and just having another wonderful reread of this series. All right, so that is it for my TBR. I'm keeping it pretty simple. There are books still on my end of year TBR, and I am going to be prioritizing a few of those, but we'll see what we end up with at the end of the year. I did want to talk about two books that are coming out in December that I am really looking forward to. Number one is Heartstopper Volume 5. I cannot wait for this graphic novel. I do have it pre-ordered. I'll definitely be picking it up as soon as it comes in the mail. Heartstopper has been such a wonderful series to read. I started reading it at the end of last year, and it just really blew me away. It was the first graphic novel that I have ever read, and I just really connected to it and absolutely loved the illustrations, and I love the way that Alice Oseman wrote Charlie and Nick's wonderful love story and all of their friends. And then we also have Ruthless Vows, which is coming out on December 26th, I believe. I also have that pre-ordered. That is, of course, the second book and the final book in the Divine Rivals duology, and I don't know if I'm going to read this right when it comes out, which feels wrong. It feels sacrilege because I am super excited to pick it up. I really loved Divine Rivals. I gave it 4 stars. That is one of those books that I'm like, I don't want to read that book on like December 27th, and then it ends up blowing me away and I can't put it on my best books of the year. I know I'm insane. I'm very particular about the way that I do my best books of the year, so just walk with me on this. I might save Ruthless Vows for January. Maybe that'll be the first book I read in January 2024. That would be really cool. Either way though, I'm very excited. I think it's going to be really good. I love Rebecca Ross's writing, and the cliffhanger of Divine Rivals was awful. So really looking forward to picking that up and seeing how their story ends. All right, team, welcome to the part of the reset vlog where I embarrass myself. We are going to go through my physical TBR. I have a Google Doc on my MacBook that has every single book that I physically own. As that sentence just came out of my mouth, I realized that I have purchased some books and those books are not on this physical TBR, so I'll fix that. But essentially the idea is that each month I want to go through this Google Doc and mark off books that I have read because, as I said earlier, I am on a never-ending quest to read every single book that I physically own, and I'm not great at it. So we're gonna go through and look at this list together and see if I am able to mark off any of these. So if I have read any of these books, I will bold them and make them pink. That's just how I notify it, because I would like, at the end of this very long journey that we're on, to be able to like see everything that I have read. I think that would be very gratifying. That'll probably happen in like 10 years, so see you then. But it's still fun, and I feel like it holds me a little bit more accountable each month for me to look at what I physically own and see what I'm actually reading and what I am actually doing with my life here. So I'm going to add some of the new books that I've purchased onto this, and then we will go through the physical TBR together. So I'm not gonna read through all of these just because, you know, that wouldn't be very entertaining. But as per usual, I am not feeling too great about this. The Hero of Ages is on my end of year TBR. I'm like in a fantasy mood, but like not, I don't know. I'm so excited to read Christmas romances, and that's kind of what I've been thinking about. So I don't know. Let's see here. It technically is not December yet when I'm recording this, so there is time, but oh, City of Fallen Angels, you guys. I have read this. How exciting. We're gonna make this pink and bold. City of Fallen Angels was so good. I'm so excited by that series now. All right, so I am on All Roads Lead Here. Blood and Steel, oh my God. I read that. I did not end up doing a reset vlog in November because that was like in the middle of moving. It was too crazy. So we do have 2 months of reading here. So ideally we would have like a more successful run through my physical TBR. Ideally. Oh God. Oh, The Right Move by Liz Tomford. I read that. Look at me. Oh my goodness. I think in the last one I only had 1. So we're already doing better than my October reset. All right. Blood Trials got an ending. I read Morning Star by Pierce Brown. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm actually reading my physical TBR. This is amazing. I haven't read any classics. I have started The Frontrunner by Elsie Silver, so we can talk about that next time. Hopefully I'll be able to finish that. And these are all my new books. Okay, so I have read 4 books off of my physical TBR in the last 2 months. You know what? I'll take it. I'm happy with it. We are making progress slowly but surely. I am getting through my physical TBR. Like I said, we're gonna be here for a while. This is gonna take some time, but that is better than I did last time, and that's really all that I can hope for. All right, so next up, I do wanna do a little bit of bookshelf organization, particularly with this shelf here. This shelf is full of my recent purchases. A lot of them are fantasy, and most of my fantasy books are over on that end of my bookcase, and I would like to integrate these books into those shelves. So I am going to try to fit them in with similar books, similar genres, and that means I'll just have to move a few books this way. Might be kind of complicated, but we'll see. I'm not going to be moving too many things around, but I would just like these books to be in the rightful place with the right genres. I do also have a couple romances here as well that I'm going to try to fit on my romance shelves. So let's do it. All right, so for the final portion of my monthly reset vlog, I wanted to talk about my reading goals for 2024. I figured this is a good time to do it. I'm preparing for the very last month of the year, and honestly, I'm just so excited for 2024. I have a lot of plans. There's so many books coming out that I'm really excited for, and I just absolutely love a bit of a refresh. You know, I'm doing a monthly reset vlog, but I also really love kind of a reset at the beginning of the year. I am definitely a new year, new me type of person, and what I mean by that is I think it's just fun to take the opportunity of a new year happening and kind of set some new goals and habits for yourself. So let's talk about a few of my reading goals. So number 1 is always going to be reading more from my physical TBR. I have probably read about like 50% of the books that I physically own, which is pretty good, but I definitely want to continue to increase that percentage and make sure that I am reading books that I already own. There's so many books that I've owned for years that I have not picked up yet, and I am sure some of my favorite books of all time are sitting on my shelves unread at the moment. So I'm always going to set that as a goal each year, each month, each day, to pick up a book that I physically own. The next goal for myself that I have in 2024 is I really do want to focus on finding new authors, specifically indie fantasy romance authors. I kind of do that already, but I really just want to have some more intention with it. I really want to find new to me authors and hopefully find some new favorite series, some new favorite books. I just think it's always such a joy to find like a new auto by author. It's the best feeling in the world. So I definitely want to make it a point to really be focusing on indie fantasy romance and finding authors that I've never read from, and hopefully finding some new amazing books. And of course, I am going to be reading from my favorite authors this year. I feel like so many of my favorite authors are coming out with books in 2024, so it's going to be a really good year, but I definitely want to focus on finding new authors as well. Another goal of mine, and I don't even know how to like articulate this, I just want to relax. I just want to chill out because I am extremely hard on myself. I just really can get down on myself about like, am I making interesting content? Are people liking this? You know, I wish that I was able to post more. I wish that I was able to read faster. I wish that so many different things. I think that I am really great at just finding flaws within everything that I do. Such a wonderful and healthy trait, but I'm aware of that, and I want to just kind of focus on moving forward, not doing that as much. I want to just read whatever I want to read and there be no expectation. I know, like, as a viewer of BookTube, I don't care what my favorite booktubers are reading. Like, as long as they're posting a video, like, I'm having fun, you know, it really doesn't matter. And I think that I need to apply those same rules to myself, but for some reason my brain won't allow me to. And also I think that I can be hard on myself about how frequently I'm posting. Like, I definitely post at least once a week, and I do want to post more, but sometimes that's just not possible. I do work a full-time job on top of doing BookTube. I also have like other commitments outside of BookTube and work that I, you know, have to tend to. And I also have, you know, family and friends and, you know, all these other things going on, and, you know, trying to get enough sleep and going to the gym and all of that. Life is just crazy, and I think that I need to just allow myself a little bit more grace, I think, because I just want to put out videos and have fun and not just beat myself up too much about how often I am doing that. And this is also totally like 100% in my own head. I'm so lucky to have such an amazing community here. I feel so lucky to have such like a positive group of people here. And, you know, I feel like we all just like want to have fun and escape and read some fantasy romance books and talk about them together. And truly, like, my absolute favorite part of this entire thing is after I post a video, talking to you guys in the comments. It absolutely makes my day. And so I definitely want to continue on that journey in 2024 with you guys. And I feel super lucky. And I know, like, I always do the mushy gushy thing, I feel like every few months, but I cannot stress enough how much this channel allowed me to be myself, and that is 100% because of you guys. You guys have helped create a space for me to be myself, and I hope that there are people here who can just, you know, come to my channel and relax and have fun and not take things too seriously. And I just want to continue to cultivate that in the new year. So pretty much overall, I want to find some new authors. I want to just kind of relax, chill out. Kind of that's the overall vibe for 2024, is I just want to, I'm not taking myself so seriously at times. And then, you know, of course, the never-ending goal of reading from my physical TBR. All right, my friends, so that is going to be it for this monthly reset vlog. If you enjoyed today's video, I would love if you could give it a thumbs up. For some reason, the last vlog that I posted wasn't showing up in a lot of y'all's subscription box. Hey, YouTube. That's kind of mean. Why did you do that? People who are subscribed to me should be able to see my videos in their subscription box. So I don't know what was going on there, but it really helps out my visibility. It helps out my videos. If you are enjoying my content, if you give it a thumbs up, that would mean the world to me. Thank you so much. If you have made it to this point in the video and you wanted to let me know, go ahead and leave, I guess, just something December. You can do a snowman, a snowflake, a Christmas tree, a regular tree, a red heart, stars, Santa Claus. I don't care, something like that. Please make sure that you are following me on Instagram and Goodreads. They are always linked down below. I really appreciate that you watched this video. I hope that you are having a fantastic day. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you guys in the next one.